2023, not at the DDHQ. It is January 2nd.
Yeah, that's recorded.
That's recorded. It was, yeah.
The internet works.
Anyhow, we wanted to say Happy New Year. Welcome to DDE 2023. We got big things planned, and right off the bat, we're gonna kick it off with an update on Tire Slayer 6.0, the Hater Slayer in the garage, and we have a huge update. We said we were gonna do some things that were a one-of-one, world's first on this car, and I know sometimes the haters of the internet, by the way, perfect for this, don't like it when we say things like one-of-one or world's first, but it's true. If it's never been done before, and it's been reimagined or re-engineered to be the first time ever, well then it's a one-of-one. So on the Huracan, the Super Trofeo Evo car versus the Gen 1 Super Trofeo came with a roof scoop. Now that roof scoop on said race car is a functional roof scoop. Now our good friend Alex Choi, he put his roof scoop on there, but it's really like the STO. It's actually not connected to the engine itself. It does not feed the engine. And I think that's because Alex's car was twin turboed.
Correct.
And so the turbo kit was very intricate and very complex, and I don't think there was any real simple way of connecting it. However, fortunately, one of the reasons why I got a VF Engineering Supercharger was that it really sits where the stock, what's called intake manifold, is on the car. And so I knew from the get-go that most likely we'd be able to integrate the roof scoop to being functional in partnership with the supercharger. And so we did that.
Yeah, supercharger doesn't move the intakes. It has in the same spot, so you can do that.
Correct. So what I wanted to do is take you guys right now. We're gonna go into the other room. John's here still working on the car diligently, and he was the one that had the task of really making that work, incorporating that roof scoop into the supercharger. He had to do a little bit of modifications to get that all to work. And the reason for that is at the bottom where the exit of the exhaust is and all that is the big, huge air box. And so the air box that had previously these VF upgraded Canon
all the details.
Filters, all the details. Attached to these are right here where that little slit is, mass airflow sensors. So you need those in order for the engine to obviously function properly. There was no spot in the roof scoop to actually incorporate that. So holes cut and everything removed and reincorporated into the roof scoop. And then we have to also make sure we have a filter in here and all that stuff with a little bit of magic, as our boy's been working on this car day and night. Happy New Year, John. We've seen John. We've been in here for a minute or two now. He's doing all this body work. So what I'm gonna do is really quick, we're going over the roof scoop because this is really the world's first street Lamborghini Huracan with a Super Trofeo Evo kit with a functional roof scoop in partnership with the VF Engineering Supercharger. And I'm really excited about this, and I'm really proud that this is gonna be on our car. And it's, you guys going that way? And what's really cool is like, this thing's crazy looking. I remember the first time I laid eyes on this, when I saw the first Super Trofeo Evo come out, they had a car, we got invited over to Lamborghini Newport Beach. They had a full, obviously carbon body race car sitting in the showroom when they first revealed that. I just remember looking at this thing going like, that's nuts. I would love to have that on a street car one day. And that's when the whole idea came about. And this is like 3 years ago or more now. Look at that, you guys. Now, this isn't just sitting in here. This is all actually connected and working and functional. And we're gonna go ahead and turn the car on so you guys can actually see it all working, so you know it's true. And more importantly, let's all hear it for the first time. What do you have to go ahead and do, John? Because these are the mass airflow sensors right here, right?
This wire cut inside of there, and I had to fabricate these mass airflow sensors in here.
Yeah.
I had to make a filter because we don't have the filter.
We don't have the filter yet.
Yeah,
so I see
temporary one so we can move the car around.
You got a little temporary filter on there. Okay.
It works.
Can you see it or anything from inside here?
Yeah, see the little guy in there?
Oh, you can see it.
Is that a dryer vent filter?
Yeah.
For like a furnace?
3M.
It's 3M. Oh, it is 3M. That's pretty cool. And then you've gone ahead and lent us for now your exhaust tips or pipes or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, it basically comes right off of the back of the headers there where this is where the catalytic converters are sitting at the moment. So we're going to have to actually get a custom pipe made or exhaust to fulfill this. This is John's. He wants to keep it for his car. He'll be rebuilding his car. But in the meantime, he's gone ahead and lent us this so we can hear it. So we fire it up?
Yeah, it's gonna be loud.
Right. Is it gonna be loud?
I would assume it's gonna be loud.
It starts loud.
Is it?
It just has to idle for like a minute.
All right, I want to hear the cold start. Is it loud? just like the race car.
Does that? Put your hand in front of it.
We'll let it warm up for a second.
Yeah, rev it.
We'll just let it roll. Let's want to warm up.
Yeah.
This is weird because normally I'm like, don't have a whole lot of logic when it comes to obviously mechanical stuff. And here I am. Kind of like Dave, we gotta like, let it warm up, let it warm up. It's loud. Sounds good. Can you feel it? Holy, it really. Wow. Give it gas. Give it some more gas.
You can hear it. You hear it.
Holy crap. That's crazy. Nuts. All right, we can cut it off for now. Can't even have a conversation with this thing's idling.
Jeez.
All right.
I didn't expect that. That's really cool.
You didn't expect what?
How much air it sucks. Like when you rev your hand, when you actually move, and you can hear making a noise.
Yeah, but think about this.
So much volume in here in this huge plenum, right? Yeah. And it's like all the engines, all those 10 cylinders.
All the air that feeds this engine now has to come through that. All of it. And on top of all that, it's supercharged. So it's actually pulling even more volume of air than when it was naturally aspirated without boost.
And there's actually little holes in the bottom of the air box, so it can pull in air through there as well.
Really?
This is really cool. This is the coolest part of the kit.
I know.
Every car we own needs a roof scoop that's functional.
Every car.
It's capacitor, right? The little Y shape.
Put the flux capacitor in the background. That is so cool though. Like I honestly, just like you, was shocked by how much air this pulls in. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it, but I was like.
As far as we know, this is the only Huracan that's supercharged with this kit and the intake in the world.
As far as we know, it is.
That's what's done.
I know it is because I specifically spoke to Nick about this because I said to him before I did it, can I do this? Like, as dumb as I am, I don't want to do it and then find out that by doing this, it's going to screw something up. He's like, no, you can totally do it. We'll just have to tweak a few things afterwards once it's done. Also, anyhow, because you're going to be adding a new exhaust system on and all that. So he's like, it'll still run and it's all going to perform fine. But he's like, it'll need a few little tweaks, dial a few little things in. I don't want to say too much because there's some other information that I haven't even told you yet. I won't even bring it up because too much might be giving anything away. If you could make this
At Alexan
or something clear, that would be crazy if you had a clear roof scoop. Like everything from the top could be black, that top piece that's exposed, and then have all of this in Lexan, that'd be cool. I don't know how hard that is to engineer any of that, but we'll see. Maybe I'll find out if there's someone in the comments. Let me know, is that doable? Well, this is so close to being done, and then we will be taking this car to paint. Now, a lot of you have been asking me, what am I gonna do about a paint job? Am I gonna paint another livery on it, like the 720 GTR? Am I gonna do just a white or a black or a gray and then do a livery wrapped over top so I can change the liveries more often? That's a good question. Here's what I'm gonna tell you about what I learned making this car. I love this car. This is amazing. But after that happened, I now realize that if any one little thing goes wrong, like a scuff or a car bumped into my car in a parking lot and didn't even do this much damage and just wrecked, let's say, the front bumper, this paint is so bespoke and it's a fluorescent color in its pigment that it changes so rapidly throughout every month. It changes the fading and the color that you're never gonna color match this car. If there's any issues to the paint, and there have been other issues even along the way, like I had this chip right here that the car got while sitting over the year, and at no fault to, the guys working on it. If something sits around for a year, it has a high probability that it's just gonna get little nicks and bumps. And that was fine with me. That's just part of, putting a whole new engine in and having the whole back end of this car torn apart several times. I just knew I was never gonna be able to paint that wing end. Like, it was never gonna happen. If this car ever gets redone, the whole car has to be painted. That's a pain pain in the butt. So I think for now, I'm not gonna do a painted livery on this. However, I am gonna paint it. I do have a color picked out. It is a bespoke color. I think it's really the best color to highlight all of the, let's say, lines and the beauty that is this kit. I don't wanna go and cover this kit up and make it so you can't see the lines. I know sometimes when I've done camo wraps in the past, people complain about that, right? Like you can't see the lines.
You can't see the lines, no.
So we have to go and do something that's gonna make this pop.
Yeah, honestly, seeing this car in person, there's so many elements to this body kit I had no idea were there. It's crazy, dude. Like, I wasn't here the last few videos. I was back in Canada of the actual build. When I walk in, I'm like, damn.
Wild.
It's wild. It's like nothing there.
We're super excited. Stay tuned for the next video because that will be the maiden drive and we will be driving it to the paint shop. I think I'll reveal the color. I think you guys are gonna be excited. It's gonna really highlight the body lines on this car. We also need to go and get some new wheels. Now, I, for the most part, realize that the front wheels are the ones that need the most work because you can see from the fitment here, which these are already aftermarket and these are already got a different offset so they're more flush to the stock fender, and yet they are really tucked in. Like they just don't make sense. I don't know if it's translating on camera. The rear wheel, however, funny enough, the offset and fitment of this Vorsteiner wheel is really pretty good. And we had the stock 19. When I say stock, I mean an actual Lamborghini Huracan stock rear, which are way back there in the corner now. I'm not gonna go down there. They were the 19-inch stock wheels off the Lamborghini Huracan Evo Spider that became the Aperta. We put them on for a stock fitment, and funny enough, the stock wheels were flush. So the front wheels really need the offset. The boys at AL13 came over and measured, and we were gonna be making a new set of wheels for this car. So as soon as the car's done from paint, boom, we got new wheels as well to reveal to you guys. This car's gonna hit the streets right away. Now, we have another surprise. Dave, we have a new license plate for this car.
Oh, do you have it? I have it.
Yeah, I think we should show them.
Show them?
Yeah, let's show them. New license plate. So this car has been dedicated to some friends of ours, some new friends of ours. And we had a very special plate that was kind of kicking around that, let's just say, wasn't being used and we thought was perfectly appropriate to go on the Lamborghini 6.0 Hater Slayer. You got it, Dave? Dave's coming. He's coming. He's working his way out here. I want to give everybody a huge thank you. Thank you for supporting us over all these years. 10 years, man. 10 years, January 23rd. That's insane. So this January 23rd will be the 10-year anniversary of Daily Driven Exotics on YouTube anyhow, which is really our primary media source. And then over the years, we did Facebook and Instagram, and we did a few TikToks and the Snapchats and all that, and seeing where things lay. Huge shout out to John. He's been crushing it. The man, the myth, the legend. By the way, John's got on what Rolex today?
President.
What a beauty.
The Don Johnson.
I love it.
36 millimeter.
Don Johnson.
36 millimeter President.
Sick.
Solid gold watch while building the car.
So Dave.
I have the plate behind me.
What plate? Please reveal the plate. We have Revenge.
Revenge is going on the Hater Slayer.
Coming back, making a big comeback. We're gonna have some fun with this car, you guys. We also were thinking this might be, you comment below, could this be the perfect car for Gumball in Europe?
So Gumball's in June, which sounds like a long time. It's not. It's like 5.5 months away.
Should we bring the Hater Slayer to Europe and tour Europe? I believe it's 12 countries we're going through.
12 countries over 8 days.
That's gonna be quite an epic journey. And we're coming to see all the people over in Europe that have been messaging us over the years saying, come to Europe, come to this country, come to that country. We'll be coming to 12 countries in Europe, reveal all those countries once we get the full list from Gumball in a few more months. And we will let you guys know where we're coming, when we're gonna be there, and all that sort of stuff. Should this be the car that we bring?
It has the best storage because there's no support vehicle on Gumball. There's no luggage truck.
What has the best storage?
This does.
Where? We destroyed the storage.
Spot right there.
Stay tuned for more updates. Dave and I need to grab a Celsius because it's been a long day of travel. We just got here today. We were filming. We all of a sudden got a flood of messages with some devastating news. Ken Block passed away today in a very tragic snowmobile accident. Ken was my inspiration for starting Daily Driven Exotics. I can't even imagine like his family and the people who are so close to him. This is hard for me, and I've only met the guy like a handful of times. The guy is a legend, and you know, thanks to Ken for inspiring me to start Daily Driven Exotics.
Nice to meet you, Damon. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Damon?
Kelowna, British Columbia.
Ooh, I like Kelowna. How much is he loving this right now?
Oh, he doesn't have it.
He is. Hannah's honestly one of his idols. Like, he talks to me all the time about Hannah.
Well, Kendall's like inspired the entire channel.
Proper care. Proper care.
Hop in there. So you won't break it.